Good evening and welcome to 2025, and it is the annual Nevo EV Review live. What is coming this year, 2025? It's been a phenomenal 2024. We are already in here. As always, if you can jump into the comments and let me know if I'm coming through on the different streaming platforms. We should have YouTube, we should have Facebook, we should also have Instagram, and we should also have LinkedIn. I've invited a number of people along as well tonight, so fingers crossed we will get up and running. So if you can jump into the comments and let me know, that'll be phenomenal. Where you're tuned in from, if it's coming through loud and clear, want to make sure that the audio is working well as well. We have over, I said in the actual build up to this yesterday, we've over 50, but I spent a couple of hours today going through every brand, new models that we're going to see on the road in 2025, EVs. We're very lucky we have not over 50, over 60 new and facelift versions coming to the Irish market. So phenomenal. It's coming through loud and clear on YouTube. So thank you very much, Gamer Trojan. That's great to hear. Frank is straight in. Any word on the EV5 in Ireland? Yes, Frank, it's on the list, and all going well, we should be getting it towards the end of the year. Probably will be a 226. But we should definitely get eyes on. It's already in some markets already, so definitely seeing that there. Sean, thank you so much. Thank you also for shouting out that it will be hopefully a good watch this evening for those people thinking about going into an electric vehicle in 2025. Declan, hearing you loud and clear on LinkedIn. Declan, great to see you as well. Hope all is well with you. And Happy New Year to you. Happy New EV year, Gamer Trojan. Very good. I like it. It's going to be electric. We should also have people watching on Instagram Live. It's a funny kind of a format because it is widescreen, but you're watching it on vertical. And you should also get me on Facebook as well. Any EVs you want for the Irish market? Oh, interesting. Yeah, there's a couple of brands that aren't in Ireland yet that I'm very interested in. I'll leave that towards the end of the video, but also I want to ask you a question. We had a great year in 2024 on the channel. We are nearly at 32,000 subscribers. And what do you think the most watched video was in 2024 on the YouTube channel? Some big launches, some big international trips. But jump into the comments and let me know what you think. And again, towards the end of the video, towards the end of this show, I'll let you know what the #1 viewed video for 2024 was on the channel. Ian is coming in on YouTube as well. Any good news on the Cybertruck? Is it good news the Cybertruck not on sale outside the US? Haha, presume that's seen the latest. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be for the European market, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which way you want to look at the Cybertruck. It is very much a Marmite kind of vehicle. A lot of them, when I was in Los Angeles with the Volvo trip, they were just everywhere, all around the place in Southern California. And so it was interesting to see them. And obviously we had it at the Nevo Electric Vehicle Show in partnership with Bank of Ireland in November. 2 months ago now, which feels just like yesterday. So it was great to get it there. Alan is in on YouTube. Will the SU7 make it to Europe in 2025? I don't know. I've got a long list to go through tonight, Alan, and that is not on my list. But let's get into it. Thank you so much for those who've jumped into the comments already, and let me know. And if you can give the video a thumbs up and like, that will help the algorithm as well. There are a couple of other YouTube videos out there where people are talking about what's coming in 2025. I think this is the most comprehensive. The vast majority are Ireland, but we have a couple of other markets in here as well where I just think it might be of interest to some of the people who watch my YouTube channel because everybody's not from Ireland. We also have Podrick. Is the ID4 refresh coming at some point? I think so, Podrick. It didn't make my list, actually. There is some VW stuff on the list, but I assume that the ID4 refresh will coming. We have some other refreshes on the list as well. Heinrich, great to see you, and Happy New Year to you too. We have Gamer Trojan. Nevo car show was excellent. Looking forward to next year. This year's Gamer Trojan. Looking forward to this year. And actually, that is our first slide up. I think I've got everybody in the comments there already. Save the date. We have the dates out already for November for our big show. It's going to be 2 days in Dublin. Day one is going to be a B2B day, so a business focused day. So people thinking of transitioning their fleet to electric. There's going to be a full session on that, full stage, talks, presenters, everything. They're going to have a wide selection of fleet vehicles from light commercial vehicles, larger electric vehicles and also company cars. And so there'll be a great, and then day 2 is mainly for the public, as well as the show coming up later on this year in November. We're going to have some regional events around Ireland as well. So if you haven't already signed up to the Nevo newsletter, head over to nevo.ie, and at the very bottom of the page, you can put in your email address and click submit, and then we'll send you an email just to make sure that you've done it yourself. You have to confirm that you want the newsletter, but there will be stuff coming out. And so we're going to be coming to, in March, we're going to start off down south in Cork. We're going to have a regional event there, and we're also going to have another regional event in Kildare in March, with some other parts of the country around the middle of the year. So if you want to be aware of that, it's going to be limited spaces. It's going to be a eNevo show. There's going to be an element of education. There's going to be test drives. Yeah, it's going to be really good. So we're bringing it outside of the big smoke, the pale, outside the M50. Byron, great to see you. Hi, my daddy. Hi, Evie. Byron, thank you so much. Happy New Year from EVKX. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Lots of stuff coming in on YouTube, which is great to see. LinkedIn a bit quiet, but I'm sure you'll jump in when and if you see. So make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to the newsletter on the nevo.ie website, and so you want to get all the updates for the regional events. And we've planned them, 6 of them, and then we're going to have the big 2-day show. Paul is here as well. Do you have any details on the MEV 308 that was launched at the EV show? We don't, Paul, but I'm looking forward to getting a view of it. Those of you who was over beside the Renault 5 stand, and so we're going to be getting that on the channel very soon, and looking forward to test driving it as well. Happy New Year, lads. Thank you very much, Byron. Appreciate it. James Kelly. Hi, hello from my wife, Breffney, who's delighted to be watching this great start to the year. I hope that's not sarcastic. Breffney, I apologize if you've been made to sit down through this for the next 60 minutes. I will try and make it as enjoyable as possible. But thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, if you're thinking about going electric in 2025 or upgrading what you have already or updating what you have already, this may be the one for you. Dave is also in asking, any news on Omoda and Jaguar coming to Ireland? I saw them at Goodwood. I have a video up on the channel, the Omoda. Haven't got the Jaguar. Is that how you pronounce it? And so looking forward to that. Bike Crash 66611. Happy New Year, Derek. Enjoy the EV show. Both of them. Yes. Mental that we did one in February and then one in November. It just got bigger and better. Over 30,000 people attended both shows in Ireland, and we think it's one of the largest EV shows in Europe. Which EV am I looking forward to testing this year? So yeah, as I go through the list now, I'm going to give you what I think, and at the end, if you have just joined, I want you to put into the comments what you think was the most popular video on the channel for 2024, and also what you're excited about in 2024 coming in, and I'll jump into the comments as we get along there. But let's kick off in alphabetical order. I think we should have on Irish roads and other European roads the Alfa Romeo Junior. I think it's the first and only Irish review of this so far. You will start to see more of it coming out now in January, but I got a chance to test it. Wasn't the Veloce version, which is the more souped up one, but this one, I thought it looked gorgeous. And I did some Italian lessons with on social, if you would have seen that moving around. So yeah, the Alfa Romeo Junior. Let me move myself over to the side here. This way, so you can see the screen full up. So that's going to be coming and landing on Irish shores, obviously part of the Stellantis group, and others from Alfa Romeo coming out as well. Do you think we'll see the Xiaomi SU7 in Ireland? I think so. There's plenty of importers interested in bringing cars into Ireland, and large motor groups, and I think Xiaomi will be on the radar for sure. Rob, will we see the first semi-state solid bet? Who will be the first? I think SAIC or MG are very close to it, I believe. I know Toyota have talked about it for a while, but I think it's going to be one of the Chinese brands that are going to bring semi-state batteries, semi-solid state batteries to the market. ID7 road trip, absolutely, Sean. I really enjoyed my time with the ID7 tour recently. It was down in Mayo with me, and I did a video down there and also back up. So there's a bit of a road test in it. Beautiful car, lovely height, ride, suspension, everything. It was lovely, yeah. Lovely car, and I think we're going to see more of them on the road as well. So Alfa Romeo Junior, we're going to start to see them out and about. Lovely size car, and I think well designed. Not everybody's taste, but I liked it, and I'm really looking forward to test driving the Veloce version. EVKX, solid state, semi-solid state batteries are becoming next year since 2018. Yes, they have. We are moving on with another Alfa Romeo that we're hopefully going to be seeing electrified in 2025, and it's the Stelvio. Again, a lot of love out there for Alfa. They say in the past you couldn't be a real driver if you've never owned an Alfa. Now that if you're an EV driver, you can own one as well. So the Alfa Romeo Stelvio should be coming in 2025. Some of these images are what the internet thinks is going to look like, or the current combustion version, and I just haven't found the electrified version of it as well. So Alfa Romeo coming in strong, great to see it, and some lovely new dealerships opened up around Ireland at the moment, so looking forward to seeing more and more electric versions coming to it. Byron is back in and saying, yeah, so too is hydrogen. Hydrogen is coming in 2026 for sure. If you think it's hard to find an EV charging station, it'll be, you can imagine what it's like to find a hydrogen one in Ireland. Hyundai is also claiming solid state next year in a production model, so looking forward to seeing that. We're going to see Alpine A290s on the Irish roads. We've got some, I was lucky enough to be out with Leah from touringcar.ie at this press trip. One of the first to get eyes on and the video out, which was phenomenal. What was my favorite EV of 2024? I shall be coming back to that bike crash TV. A290, Alpine A290. So it is the Renault 5, which we thought was going to be the Renault 5 Turbo, but really it's its own thing now because there's a Renault 5 Turbo concept out there. So yeah, that was good to see. So even more flared wheel arches on that. Alpine has a wider track. Has the electric motor from the Renault Scenic in it. Yeah, it's only ever going to be a rear front wheel drive. I thought they might go rear wheel drive or all wheel drive, but no. And it's all about light. It's about driving. We got some time on the track. Yeah, a lovely car, lovely look to it as well too. So Alpine A290, that video is up on the site, as is anything that has a picture of me in it. The video is up on the site. That is a nice looking vehicle. You are correct. Comes in lovely colors as well: black, white, grey, and the blue. Any new 7-seater EVs coming to the Irish market? Bill, on my list there is. Yes, I was actually supposed to be at the show. It will come, Bill. It will come. Hopefully you can stay around towards the end. It's the Volkswagen ID buzz. And we also have the Hyundai Ioniq 9. And so yeah, some EVs, 7-seater EVs coming to the Irish market. Happy New Year, solid state. Toyota, I've been saying, I've been saying that since 2012 and the next 3 years. Exactly, Andrew. Also from Alpine, we're going to get the A390. This was the concept. I was lucky enough to see that at the Paris Motor Show. And so nice, very nice. And just going to be a premium SUV, coupe, which I think everybody seems to want because there's a lot of SUV coupes. Not everybody in the comments now are going to say that they want. Colin, great to see you. Happy New Year, Derek. Happy New Year to you, Colin, as well. And thank you for all your support. It was great to see you at the show there in November. I know it was a flying visit. One thing that we're not going to see in Ireland, but you will see in other markets, so if you are watching from outside of Ireland, jump into the comments and let me know, is the Arbath 600e. It's not the Fiat Arbath 600e, it's its own standalone brand, a bit like the Alpine, and so a sporty, small B-segment SUV. We're not going to see it in Ireland, to my knowledge, but you will get it in other markets, and I believe there are some reviews already out across in the UK. So the the Arbath 600e will be coming out in 2025 as well. I got to see the S6 of this. So this is the Audi A6 saloon. There is a review up already. James Fosdyke did one for Complete Car. He was at the International Drive. I don't think any other Irish journalists or journalists for Irish outlets were at that. This was on my PowerPoint last year, and so it's it came out, but we haven't seen it on Irish roads yet. I like it. Some people think it looks like an old Mondeo. I think the Avant looks absolutely stunning. And in the video that I saw in Paris, it was the S6, even though in the video I kept on calling it the SQ6 or the QS6. I got it wrong about 12 times in the video. So if you want to go and see that video, you can see it on the channel there. But I had a look around. It was the saloon sedan version, which is a hatch, if I remember correctly. But the Avant is the one for me. I am a sucker for the estates. I'm hoping the next year I will be owner of an A6 Avant. It looks awesome. Yes, it does. Audi is borrowing me an A6 for a weekend in January. Nice. Very nice. Moving on there, that image didn't come through well at all. We're over to another German manufacturer, and again, another one I saw in Paris, and it was the BMW, the new iX3, which is going to be based on the new BMW Neue Klasse platform. So got to see this. It was behind a barrier. I don't know whether I put the video out. It was literally just me looking behind the barrier. I didn't get a chance to get in and touch and feel it, hoping to drive it when it does launch in 2023. I'm going to CES in Las Vegas at the weekend, and so there might be some stuff at that, some electric vehicle. I'm hoping that's why I'm going. And so the Neue Klasse BMW iX3 coming to the market. I got the concept eyes on at Paris Motor Show there a couple of months ago. Moving on to BYD, huge success in the Irish market and coming hot and fast in 2025. This originally was called the Seagull, which is now going to be called, in some markets it's still called that. In Ireland and other European markets, it's going to be called the Dolphin Mini. There's a lot of interest in this size, super mini, A-class electric vehicle, and we've got a lot of them in the presentation here tonight. And just people were saying that EVs were too expensive. The people were looking for a more affordable electric vehicle. So manufacturers have come back and said, you know what, let's do it. Why does that look like a transformer? It does. I think it's the white and black. For some reason it does. I'm so excited for BYD to enter the Slovak market. Hopefully they will from 2025. Yes, Dave, yeah, you've been talking about that. So I'm looking forward to seeing them expanding into new markets as well. Kia have the K6 here in the US. It's a nice sedan where saloons cars are not coming to Europe. All SUV types of money. One who doesn't want an SUV. Byron, you're right. And you can see that with the A6 in the Audi. It is, and we're going to have more saloons and sedans. I think we might start to see it come back. Hopefully. But the BYD Dolphin Mini. Yes, not the Seagull. That is going to be coming in 2025. We also had the international launch of the BYD Sealion 7, and that one was in Germany. Got to drive on the Autobahn. I think it was 235 kilometers an hour. It was interesting energy consumption after that. And so the BYD Sealion 7, so that video is up on the channel, and that is the coupe version. So it's the SUV of the BYD Seal. Another one coming to the market is the BYD Atto 2, and so that test drive is happening in a couple of weeks, and so looking forward to that. So obviously that is slightly smaller than the BYD Atto 3. I'm thinking the Dolphin Mini might be too late given the others coming out now, but choice is always good. Absolutely, Gamer Trojan. Hopefully not too little too late, and there's going to be a lot of manufacturers start to try and get into that smaller EV space. I think with some of those European emission targets that they're going to have to try and hit, they're going to be a bit more incentivized to go for smaller, more affordable electric vehicles. So that's our hope. So the BYD Atto 2 will be getting its international European drive in a couple of weeks. And so it will be on the channel very soon. So looking forward to that. It's already called, it's the Yuan Up in other markets. So there are other reviews out there like Elliot in China or Gamer China driven and others like that. What is the expected price of the Atto 2 in Ireland? I think you're going to be coming in probably in or around, starting with a 2. I think sub 30,000. I think probably sub 27.5. Sean, that's where I think it'll be positioned in. Fingers crossed. And then 2 years ago, I was in China now at this stage, and I got to drive the BYD CLU, which is their ID.4 equivalent, same size, shape, length, width. Hasn't come out. It came in a hybrid version, super hybrid as they called it here in Ireland, but we didn't get the full electric version. Will we get it? I'm not so sure now that we're getting the Sealion 7. Will we ever see the CLU in Ireland? I'm not so sure, but got to drive it, and lots of people interested in that as well. Sharon is here. Hi, Sharon. BYD Atto 2 reminds me of the Suzuki Vitara. Hold that thought. We're coming back to that towards the end of the presentation. We also will start to see the Citroen EC3. I got to drive it last year in France, probably towards the middle of H1, so March, April time, all going well. I liked it. I really liked it. And we'll also get to see the EC3 Aircross, which is that SUV version, so that's slightly longer, slightly taller, whereas this is, even though it looks like an SUV, it's a hatch size. So this is the next level up on that, based on that Stellantis platform as well. So you're going to start to see this shape and size across a number of different Stellantis brands and models. But I like what Citroen are doing and have done. And also, I like the way that they're doing their daytime running light signatures, and we're going to see a bit more of that as well. Got to see this at the Paris Motor Show, as well as this. This is the the C5 Aircross concept, and again, it's got those horizontal lines in the rear, as well as the EC3 Aircross in the front. I thought the green was stunning at the show. I don't think so, Byron. I will be coming through to MG and what it's coming out. Fingers crossed. I can appreciate that there's only a number of EVs that are going to be sold in Ireland, and they have a dealer network that's looking to sell more MGs. So I can understand why brands do that, like BYD this year or last year with the CLU hybrid, super hybrid. And so, yes, as much as I want everything to be electric, I have to be realistic that these companies need to import and sell via their dealer network as well. So I don't think they're giving up. I definitely think they're going to come, and we're going to have some of the brands that they're going to be bringing in as well. Back to Citroen, and we have some updated as well. We've got the Citroen Ami updated, which is kind of only launched in Ireland a couple of months ago. We're going to be getting the updated versions, the single piece front and rear. And we're also going to be seeing the updated Citroen EC3 and EC3X. Sorry, EC4X and EC4. So the white one is the EC4. You can see that with that hatch rear end, and the red one is the EC4X. Again, remember, it's got that new, these are facelifts, that front and rear end on the EC4, which is the lines are horizontal, and then the EC4X, the rear end hasn't really changed, but the front end definitely has a slightly larger battery, etc., etc. Sharon, we had that one already. General question: do we think prices will drop across the board for new models or old, or with all this competition? I think so. I think brands are going to have to get market share. I think so that they don't hit their emissions targets. So that they do hit their emission targets, we're going to see a lot more. And we've already seen that in the United Kingdom, which is obviously not part of the European Union now. And they're a dogfight to try and get cars sold, get cars out. It's cheaper to sell a cheaper car than to get hit with the fine. That's what we found. Happy New Year to you, Sharon. And then most European countries have MG, but for 4 European countries have not yet reached. Hopefully, these countries will have them in 2025. Absolutely, with MGs. And we've got a bit of MG stuff here as well. So Citroen, and I'm going to be test driving these in a couple of weeks. Looking forward to doing test driving them and reviewing them all. We've got the Cupra Raval, otherwise the artist formerly known as Urban Rebel. I have a video up on the channel from 2 years ago now. So the Cupra Raval is going to be coming. So this is going to be Volkswagen Group's smallest MEB platform electric vehicle. And this is going to be, I think it's going to be still on MEB. This is going to be built in Spain. And then the other ones I think are all going to be built in Spain as well. So Urban Rebel, now the Raval, Cupra. This is what I've been driving over the Christmas. We're going to see the Tavascan on Irish roads, and from when I put up the picture a couple of days ago, and this review is coming out tomorrow or Friday, a lot of people like it. A coupe SUV again, real head turner on the road. A lot of people, and this one has the illuminated badges front and rear as well, so that was nice to see it. If you're sitting back there and you want to make sure that you're getting into the comments and let us know where you're tuned in from and what you're interested in. Nobody has guessed what the most popular video on the channel was in 2024 yet. Nobody has told me. Well, a few people have told me what they are excited about in 2024 as well. What maybe you're already getting an EV and you're just here having a snoop. DS, this is going to be the DS4 coming in 2025. Nice premium French electric vehicle. Nice size as well. This is the size that 50% of cars that are sold are this shape and size in Europe, I'm told. So the DS4. And then we just had the number 8. And so when I was talking to DS Ireland, putting this list together, I wanted to make sure, was it number 4 it's going to be called now? It's going to be the number 8 and the DS4. Seeing a lot of Cupras and Mead roads must be getting very popular. Absolutely. I think people like the styling. Matthew Seeley, I was waiting for you, Matthew. Where were you? I can't believe you forgot the Citroen Iberlingo and the E-Space Tour. Albeit 2024 late deliveries, it'll be happening in Europe. Absolutely, Matthew. They did not make my cut. Facelifts, I sprinkled a few of them in, but there wasn't a brand new model. But good to see you, Matthew. Patrick, Happy New Year to you too. And thank you very much for tuning in on LinkedIn. Hopefully you got some of the BYD stuff that we've already chatted about, but there will be other MDL brands coming along. So that was the DS number 8. Some UK reviewers got to go over and have a look at the static launch in Paris. Very premium. This is what the French president's going to be driving. The Fiat Panda coming soon. Some press drives going to be happening in a couple of weeks. Again, based on that Stellantis platform. I like the Cube, very Ioniq 5 grille lights, front end on it there. And Panda then is embossed into the metal on the side door. I like it. This one has the retractable lead as well, the AC lead in the front grille, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to guess it was the Renault 5 or the Alpine was the most popular version. Thank you, Sharon. Good guess. They were up there, but not the most popular. Adrian, good to see you. Happy New Year. Missed the start. Do we have an estimated BYD Dolphin Mini price and date? We don't have a price and date yet, Adrian, but we will have this year. It has been already officially confirmed that it is going to be coming to Ireland. We just don't know when and the price. I might know when if I look back over the press release, but the price, there isn't definitely a price in it yet. Sean, Derek, I want to get your opinion on this. I'm looking for a new car split between the Kona EV and the new EV3. Which would you go for? Well, EV3 is based on a dedicated electric vehicle platform, whereas Kona EV is that multi-fuel platform from Hyundai Group. And so it would be, you take both for a test drive. They're both great. And they're both obviously from the same parent company, but EV3 is a dedicated EV, so you probably will get a longer wheelbase, bigger interior. And so, yeah, have a look at that one. I believe there's going to be an Ioniq similar size to the Kona coming, Ioniq 3 potentially, to match that EV3. So I'm not sure, Sean, how stuck you are or if you want to stay within that. What are you driving already? Happy New Year to you, Andrew. Thank you so much. Great to see you. And there will be some MG stuff coming in very soon on this alphabetical list. I need to get a move on. Have you been looking at secondhand Ioniqs? I've been looking at secondhand Ioniq 38 kilowatt hours. The warranty seems a bit of a mystery. 2022 model, but the dealer can't confirm if it's covered any voice. If it's in a dealer and it's been already serviced by a dealer all the way through, warranty should cover. There should be no question about that. Neely, love your car. That's the Peugeot E-Legend, one of my favorites. Will Fiat actually price it right if they get it? Well, what's going to happen, I mean, is they're going to have to get the price right, because if they don't, it won't sell. And all of these importers or distributors want to sell the cars. Nobody wants them as trophies on the mantelpiece. They have to sell them. So I know that the team in Gowan will be looking to price this right, the importers here in Ireland. So they'll have to. EV3, but Kona looks better. Ooh, controversial, Byron. Any brands coming to Ireland 25? Yes, there are, Sharon, and we will be chatting about them. DS are gorgeous. Yes, they are. Renault Scenic, most popular vid. Dara, great guess. Not the answer, though. Interesting to see that 96% of new vehicle sales in Norway last year were electric vehicles. What incentive engines do the government have to make them? Do we need? Probably too late to hit that level for a number of years late. Yet in Norway, was early adoption was a lot of carrot, bus lanes, parking, etc., road tax, ferries were free, but that's all changed now, and so it's just the norm now. Whereas in Ireland, it's much more carrot and stick still required, unfortunately. So thank you for that LinkedIn user question. We're going to have more electric Fords on Irish roads. We already had the Explorer, seen a few of them around, but a lot of people are waiting for 251. We're going to have a lot more Ford Capris on the road. Whether you like it or loathe the name or the rebranding, the legend is back. Eric Cantona with his collars up. Ford Capri, based on that MBB platform, and some Volkswagen switchgear inside. But it does have that nice sync display and that private vault in behind it. So great guess, but not the correct guess. Thank you, Sean. BYD Seal. What the prize BYD Seal you most popular? Just looking at, not challenging until the Y breaks. Ooh, I'm going to cover that actually in a minute. Q6 most popular video. Neil, not correct, but good answer. Ford Capri. Next up, we also have the Ford Puma Gen E. very popular car in combustion engine form. I just think that they've tried to squeeze a battery into it. The battery is small, price is high. You're going to have to be a real Ford lover to want to get into this car. It has the same wheelbase as the Hyundai Inster, and it's 10 grand dearer. And so it's tough for Puma Gen-E now at the moment. Looking forward to driving it, but it is a small battery with a smaller range. But for urban suburban, it might be good. What's the prize? Andrew was asking. BYD CLU video, most popular. It is overall one of my most popular videos, Byron, but not for 2024. Would you say the ID Buzz is the most popular video? Great guess, Matthew, but it is not correct. Polestar 4 most popular video. Philip, great answer. And anybody from Polestar watching will be happy with that. Puma is nearly 10k more expensive, as you say. Yeah, it's a tough one there, Matt. It is a tough one. Cyberster, the most popular video. Bias there, Andrew Johnson from MG Ireland with a Cyberster in his profile picture. Not correct. Are we going to see the Great Wall Motors, give it its full title, the GWM Aura 07 in Ireland? I thought it was actually going to be at the show in November, but it wasn't. It was the 03, and they had the Subaru, which but we didn't have the 07. Some people have seen this. Some people went to Italy to drive this as well. I wasn't available at the time. Great Wall Motors is available in EU countries when MG isn't available. Bulgaria, Lithuania. Thank you very much, Dave. So some markets are getting them, some markets are not. Being brought into Ireland by IM Group, who also bring in Subaru. And the 03 is popular in Latvia. Very good. So a few of them on the road into Hyundai land, and we are with, this was a video I did the night before the show, and so it's on the channel if you're interested in the Hyundai Inster. This one, there's a lot of chat about it in the forums and on the Facebook pages and stuff like that, so there's a lot of people interested in this car. Decent sized battery, decent sized range, 4 seats, good height. Looks aren't for everybody. Based on the combustion engine Casper in South Korea, and starting at 18,995, and you can put a deposit down today for €200 on Hyundai.ie. The first time Hyundai.ie have taken online deposits. And there's a lot of good things to be said about it. So yeah, the Hyundai Inster, I think, is going to be a real success in 2025. And the price in Ireland is cheaper than the price in the UK. A lot cheaper than some German price. I think is 22,000 euros. But obviously we still have the grants here as well. So the Hyundai Inster was not my most popular video. Thank you very much. 3 weeks to go, and I got my Inster. Gamer Trojan. Love it. Video of the year too, lol. How many times did you watch it, Gamer Trojan? We also are going to have the Hyundai Ioniq 9 7-seater. This will launch in Los Angeles. Really looking forward to seeing this. That premium 6 and 7-seater. Obviously, its cousin, the Kia EV9, is already out in the marketplace. A couple of hundred units sold. Similar going to be in 2025. Hyundai. This is really eaten into Volvo EX90 territory. I like the version that has the wheel arches grayed out. I don't know if I like this version as much. I don't know what trim that is or whether we're going to get that in Ireland, actually. But imposing on the road. This is going to be interesting. Hyundai knocking out of the park at the minute. I like even the Ioniq 9, my old minivan Volvo. Yeah, it does. It is. And it's practical as well, too. So as a family man in space, there must be the Buzz is my first choice at the moment. Ricardo Conway, thank you so much. And yeah, we're going to have that later on. It's an Audi A6 first look and drive. It's not Andrew, but thank you very much. When somebody gets it, I'll let them know. Do we know if the BYD factory will be the one in Hungary? I think it's going to be this year, 2025. Prices afterwards. Hopefully the rest of the brands will adapt. Yeah, the Chinese tariffs. Another car that we're not going to get in Ireland, it's not going to be imported here, is the Ioniq 6N. Ioniq 5N, if and when I win the lottery, that is the one. An amazing electric vehicle. If you haven't had a chance to test drive it, go to Mooney's, Hyundai, and the Long Way Road. They have one there. And if you are in the market to buy something nice for yourself, Ioniq 5N, amazing. We're not going to get the Ioniq 6N in the Irish market. But yes. Then we also had the IM Motors, which will be brought in by MG Ireland, which is IM Motors is a part of SAIC, and so we had the L6 at the show. the Volvo EX30. Come on, give us a clue. That was not my most popular video, but thank you so much. The BYD factory in Hungary should facilitate BYD's entry to the European markets as well. Absolutely. So IM Motors is a new brand. Sharon, you were asking if we're going to have a brand like that in Ireland. New brands coming to Ireland. So we had this at the show, and there are other brands that we're going to be launching in 2025 in Ireland as well. So the IM Motors. This video, I got it at the Geneva Motor Show. No longer going to be there. A lot of interest in this. I really liked the LS6, which is their Model Y version. And we had the L6 in Dublin. The Jaguar, this is a autocar render of that pink one that was out there. Miami pink, London blue. This is what they think it would look like once we get the eyes on it this year. So the GT Grand Tour Jaguar 00 is what the concept was called. But we're going to get a large cruiser from it. Jaguar. Jagwire, Jaguar. So that's going to come into 2025. I need to get a shimmy on. I'm only in J. We are going to be getting a lot of electric Jeeps in 2025. In Ireland, we call 4x4 Jeeps. It's a bit like vacuum cleaners or Hoovers. So this is the Recon. No, this is not. This is the, where's my list? Compass. We're going to get an electric Compass in 2025. We're going to get an electric Recon, proper 4x4, all electric. And we're also going to get the Wagoneer S large SUV. I'm hopefully going to get a chance to have a look at this in Las Vegas at CES. So fingers crossed we get a video out on that. Aidan Holland, I thought you were Andrew Johnson back again. The MG4 was not the most popular video. I found that IM LS7 at MG in Marylebone HQ in March. Oh, interesting. Yeah, some markets have it in already. Jag. The MG9. Interesting. Inside of the Jag looks cool, but the outside, yeah, it's a bit mad. It's sort of a Jeep. Yeah, sort of. I love the content. Any word on the new Tesla Model Y? Mark, it will be coming up when we get to the T section. We're also going to go into Kia EV3. A lot of journalists are calling this the electric Golf, as in the popularity. It's going to be global. It's ticking a lot of boxes for a lot of people. So Kia EV3, a couple of videos up on the channel. I saw it first in Paris, and then I got to drive it in Lisbon in Portugal. Myself and Mark Noble, Nobby on Cars, did a little walk around the two different trim levels as well. So Kia EV5, this is the SUV larger of the EV3. If you take the numbers, every other brand does it right. Polestar does a bit daft with the different numbers, but EV3, bigger than the EV5 is going to be bigger than the EV3. We're going to see this in 2025. Whether we'll get it might be next year, but it's definitely coming down the line. And we're going to get a facelift EV6 as well. Any word on BYD bringing the Shark to Europe? Haven't heard. Don't know whether we'd get that in the Irish market as well. EV3 already third in the Spanish market, according to the latest figures. Tesla only beats it. The 3 and the Y meet it already. Interesting. Also, the EV4 looks like it's turning. Yeah, I got to see that last year at Vegas and CES. The video's up on my channel, EV4. So if you're interested in that. And the KGM Taurus, yes. EVX, we had it at the Irish show, so it's already in the Irish market. I saw one as a taxi already only a couple of days ago, and so they're going to be there. I reached out, didn't get any word back from any new KGMs. I know that there was going to be a Coupe Torres, not sure what it was going to be called. We're going to get an electric Range Rover this year. I know some Irish journalists have already had eyes on this. Unfortunately, I am not one of them, but yes, they're going to be an electric Range Rover for a certain audience. We are going to have that as well. So keep an eye out for it. We're new brand to Ireland, Sharon. Another one is Leap Motors. And this has been partnered with Stellantis. And so this is going to be their Chinese partner, more affordable electric vehicles. So we've got the T03 and the B10 in this picture. Some UK journalists have already reviewed these. They also looked at the C10, C something. And so sorry, that purple one is the B10. Yes, that blue one that's in the background there. And then the C03 or the T03 is the small one. So I've got a video out when I saw it at the Paris Motor Show. Yeah, some people don't like the new EV6. Sealion. I think I do. I think I like that because it's that constellation star map body design language that we're going to get across a lot of Kias. EV show preview, what was the most popular? It was not, John, but great question, great answer. Electric Range Rover can only be good for JLR, bring up reliability about 95%. Yes, Byron. LEAF Motor is offered in Romania, one of the first Central European countries that received the brand. Thank you, Dave. So LEAF Motor coming to Ireland. We're going to finally get the Lexus RZ, which is based on that joint collaboration between Toyota and Subaru. So this is what's underneath the BZ4X and also the Subaru Solterra. And so it's going to be great to see that in the, I think we had it at the show, in the Nevo Electric Vehicle Show in partnership with Bank of Ireland. So nice to see it there. The Grecale Folgore from Maserati is going to be available for those people out there that are interested in an electric SUV Maserati. The Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon electrified. Again, got to see a preview of this last year in Las Vegas. The tank turns on the strip. Hopefully going to see some more stuff next week from Mercedes-Benz North America. We're also going to get the electric CLA. And so I just put out a video on my channels and socials there of the red one from CES last year. This one was, we've already seen it, it's camouflage, so we don't know exactly, but we're starting to see a bit more of the body shape and form. And this one was at a fashion show in France a couple of months ago. So we're starting to see what it's going to be based on that NMA platform, that Mercedes-Benz platform. So looking forward to seeing that as well. Dara, will Lucid or Rivian ever make it over here? Rivian, yes, for sure. Lucid, yes, I think both. Will they make it to Ireland? Sorry, when you say over here, I think Europe. Will they make it to Ireland? Very small market for startups to get into. Yes, a gamer. I'm going to CES. Did I say it too many times? Sorry. Yes, I'm going to CES on Saturday. Sorry, I said that at the very beginning, Gamer Trojan. This is also going to be an update of the Mercedes-Benz EQC, which we're going to see. This is camouflage, so it's going to be coming through. And we can start to see we're moving away from that Aero EQS, EQE, and back to a more traditional Mercedes-Benz styling. And so we're going to get that eyes on, hopefully, look at it anyway, 2025. MG, for those of you looking about MG and Andrew Johnson, thank you for tuning in. In China, we have the ES5, which is looks like an SUV version of the MG4. My Maserati pronunciation was great. Maserati, yes. Simon Andruccetti, who I work with, Andruccetti, will be very happy with that. My Italian has been improving. And I did the learning Italian with the Alfa Romeo Junior, Coda Tronca, Choptail. I hope to see the Lucid Gravity in Europe. Yeah, there was at the GMR Motor Show. I have a video up. I tried to open something and he gave out to me, and people were laughing in the comments. Lucid in Norway, they've sold 13 EVs in total. Yikes. Not good. So that's MG electric. Obviously, they've got some hybrid stuff coming in, like Byron was talking about earlier on. But I don't know whether this is going to be called 5 EV, MG5. No, sure, we have the MG5. ES5 is what they're calling it in certain markets, but we don't know what they're going to be calling it in Europe. I like the look of it. I like the look of the MG4. I'm looking forward to an electric SUV from them. John Cooper Works, again, got to see it at Paris Motor Show, and this is the electric and the Aceman. And so the Cooper and John Cooper Works electric, they don't use the word Cooper in it. And then the Aceman is the green one, which is the 5-door. So if you're looking for a sportier electric hatch, John Cooper Works have sprinkled their magic. Hopefully, we will see the electric Nissan Micra based on that Renault 5 platform. And so you can see that proportion is very similar to the Renault 5 in 2025. We are also hopefully going to see the updated Nissan LEAF. These are renders. These are not the exclusive. And so this is an Auto Express. Looking forward to seeing the Toyota Urban Cruiser. It's on the list. Ian Robb, I have an MG4 in orange, so biased towards them, especially if they get a semi-solid state battery. Heard the renewed MG4 gets it. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that this year is going to be big talks about MG this year and solid state coming to their SAIC. And then the Nissan Maxima. Don't know if we're going to get this in Europe. Again, going back to what Byron said, it's very much about SUVs, whereas sedans and saloons. I think it looks lovely. I like the design language of Nissan with the Aria, and you can see that's the same there in that potential render. And then I really like the look of the Nissan Micra as well. So that's Nissan. Ooh, are you sure Nissan new models will be looming takeover from Honda? Oh, very good point, actually. I have Micra and I have Leaf confirmed. So all going well. I don't know what the merger, but good point. EV6 e-trim video. No, good guess though, Ali. Good guess. What was my most popular video? The Opel Frontera, and for those of you in the United Kingdom, the Vauxhall Frontera, Frontera E. Didn't make this press trip, unfortunately. I was away for a couple of days. So this is going to be coming to the Irish market. There are some videos out there already from other Irish YouTubers who were away on that trip. And then the Grandland, phenomenal value, 41,000 euros. Big car, it's grand. And this is the Impact Copper. Got to drive this in Germany, Riesling, wherever Opel is based. My first time there. It was very nice. Amazing lights. The IntelliLux headlights. Very impressed with that. That video is up on the channel. And I really liked this color. And it was also at the Nevo Electric Vehicle Show in partnership with Bank of Ireland. Peugeot E408. This means that all the Peugeot models are going to be offered an electric now as well. So from every single one all the way up, which is great to see. Linda Jackson is always talking about it on LinkedIn, who's the CEO of Peugeot. So the E408, it was at Paris, but they had them all wrapped in red, white, and blue for the French flag. It just didn't look well. So I did a small video on it and never put it out. So looking forward to driving this. I always like that sporty SUV coupe look of it in combustion engine version. So yeah, it's going to be nice. There's a market for them. They're beautiful on the road. Polestar 5 coming in 2025. So now we're going to have the 2, which has been updated. We've got the closed-off grille version in Ireland, and now it's gone to rear-wheel drive. We have the Polestar 3, which I recently put out a video where I did a review and drive from Cork to Dublin on the motorway. And then the Polestar 4 without the rear window. This one also does not have a rear window. So Polestar 5, so a sporty coupe. I don't think it's an SUV. I think it's an actual saloon sedan, which is nice. This was based on the O2 Precept, I'm pretty sure. Porsche 718 in Boxer and Cayman variant. That is coming in electric in 2025. You can see this is a test model, hence why the black plastic is all around the lights. We're also going to get the Renault 4, which I was looking up to see at the Paris Motor Show. Some people are saying it's not as good as the original. I like that they've got that nice indentations on the side panels as well. Comes in this gorgeous blue, which was like the original Renault 4. It also has a canvas sunroof. Beautiful. People want SUVs. That's why they're going this way. So we're going to see the Renault 4 in Ireland in 2025. New Taycan, most popular video. No, some of that premium stuff doesn't get the eyeballs, Dara. Surprisingly enough, we all like it, but just people won't search for it because they're never going to buy it. And so, yeah, it doesn't usually get big numbers of views, but good guess. First drive of the Renault 5. So we're going to see these in March. I believe there's a pop-up shop in Dundrum. And they're doing Renault Scenic drives at the moment. And in March, they're going to be doing Renault 5 drives. Beautiful car to drive, decent space, front and rear. I can fit behind myself, decent sized boot, Google built in. A lot of good things about this car. And one of the many in the running for Car of the Year as well was the Dacia Spring, the video. It was not Ian. Good value car though. Renault Twingo, which is going to be giving the Dacia Spring a run for its money. We're going to also see this in 2025. So lots of good stuff coming from Renault. I know, Matt, you were saying that Hyundai are doing some really good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff out there. The Renault 4 isn't retro enough. A lot of people are saying that, Philip, but they do market research, and I suppose they try and see what people actually want. With the Nissan LEAF facelift, the most popular video in 2024, it was not. A very popular video, though, Byron. Yeah, good guess. We're going to see Skoda, Liam Grimes, if you're tuned in. You love the way I say Skoda. And this is, we've got some artist impressions released a couple of days ago, and you can see it's got that tech deck on the front. This is the coupe version. And so we also got to see the rear of the SUV version, and it was the word mark instead of the name. And so we're going to get a facelift Enyaq, second most popular selling car in October in Europe. fine car, fine car. If you're looking for space, Skoda Enyaq. If you don't need as much space, the Skoda Elroq, full review and drive. And for those of you who saw that video, I nearly lost my camera with a nice gust of wind in Mallorca. That went out a couple of weeks ago. So Skoda Elroq is going to be, it was launched at the Irish, the Nevo electric vehicle show in November. And then we're also going to see the Skoda Epiq, EPIQ, in 2025 as well. This is, I presume, a concept, but it looks very close to the real thing to me. If you start looking at that tech deck, etc. Smart #5 coming in the ID Buzz review, most popular video. It was not, but good guess. The Smart #5. We've got the 1, we've got the 3, so they're obviously going on odd numbers. #1, yeah, we don't have a 2 and a 4. So the Smart #5 coming in 2025 SUV. I'm not sure about the looks on this one, if I'm honest. I have to see it in person. Maybe it's the color that's throwing me off. Any chance of an Octavia equivalent? Only saloons in the top 5 cars sold in Ireland. Rest are CUVs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Matthew. It's what people think they want, unfortunately. I haven't heard of anything electric coming in that shape and form factor anyway. A combi would be amazing. Did they talk about a combi? Suzuki Vitara. Sharon, you were saying that one of the other cars above further up was reminding you of the Suzuki Vitara. Well, Suzuki are bringing out an Vitara. Was the Citroen EC3 your most popular video? It was not. Skoda ID7. Ooh. Oh, yeah, based on that ID7. So Octavia version of it. Yes, that'll be good. Has to be the ID7, knowing the Irish taste. My most popular video. No. Suzuki Vitara coming in 2025. Some UK journalists have already reviewed this on an ice rink in Italy. The Tesla Model Y, we're going to be getting the new version in 2025. Codename Juniper currently. Some videos and images out already from the Chinese market. Finally, folks, this was my most popular video in 2024. The Tesla Model Y. Should you buy now or wait for the Juniper? And still a relevant video. Should you buy the current Model Y or wait for the new upcoming Model Y without the stalks, buttons on the steering wheel, all of that good stuff. So if you're thinking about Tesla Model Y, this is the video to watch because it was my most watched video in 2024. Thank you to everybody who guessed. You were saying that the BYD Atto looks very much like the current Vitara, which is not a bad thing, I suppose. Absolutely. Also from Tesla, will we get the Roadster? Will we ever get it? Who knows? And also, will we get the Tesla Model Q, which has been rumored this year and the last year? Typical clickbait there, Derek. I don't know what you're talking about, Matthew. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you, Byron. Thank you. This is somebody's render of the Volkswagen ID GTI in the rear and stuck a Tesla Model Y and shrunk it down a small bit. It's not a great render, but yeah, there's thinking that Tesla are going to do a hatch. We saw the Tesla Taxi, Cyber Taxi, which is a 2-seater, which I think might be a bit too small, as in we need more seats for a small. But Model Q. Moving on to Toyota Urban Cruiser. This was in my presentation last year, so I was way ahead of the game. But we have official images out now. So the Tesla, or Philip, I think, was looking for the Toyota Urban Cruiser SUV. Fingers crossed. I always want more electric vehicles in the marketplace. Volkswagen ID.2 All. This is what everybody wants. A hatchback, electric, decent battery. Andy Schmidt designed. And Andy Mint. Not Schmidt. Didn't get to see this. This was a global premiere last March. Time flies. Haven't seen this in person. There are some videos out there. Nobby on Cars had the video out. He got over to Germany to have a look at it as well. So fingers crossed. Proud for pound, you can't beat the Model Y rear-wheel drive. Yeah. Hard to argue with the Model Y rear-wheel drive long range. Hard to argue with it, but some people don't like the car. Some people don't like the man behind the car. We're also going to get the Volkswagen ID Buzz in GTX form, which is the red one, and then in the 7-seater form, which is the yellow and white one, candy white. We're also going to get, they were supposed to be at the show, the Nevo electric vehicle show, and they just missed out by a couple of days. So we're going to get more of those in 2025. Going to get a lot more electric vans in 2025, so I'd sprinkle it in. Volkswagen Transporter. in electric coming in 2025. So that was released at the IAA and Hanover Transportation Commercial Vehicle Show. Any chance of a review of the ID.3 GTX Performance Plus? Top of my list in a minute. Matthew Sealy, a dark horse, yeah. Yes, hopefully VW Ireland, if you're watching, will give me the shout and I get a chance to have a look at it. ID.3 GTX. The Cupra Born VZ, which didn't actually get on my list, but it will be coming. I'm presuming that's what's the guts of it underneath. We are also going to get the Volvo ES90. Lads, we've been chatting for 55 minutes and I'm just wrapping up. The Volvo ES90, March, April. Nice. Saloon, Byron. Are we happy? Matthew, are we happy? Who else was looking for saloon sedans? And I know Sean and SSE Electricity was saying, Jesus, Derek, I'd love an EV90 electric. Like the name, even just perfect for it. And the day after this came out, I sent it on to him straight away. So, yeah, hey, it's not always saloons. That looks like a fine car now. That's a render. I don't know if that's exactly what it's going to look like, but it probably won't be far off. Yes, Matthew. Yes. Nice. And we also then have a new brand of the Xiaopeng or Xpeng, the new brand launching in Ireland in a couple of weeks. MDL bringing it in, and the first model they're going to bring in is the G6, which is their Model Y equivalent. This video did very well from the Paris Motor Show. It was my most popular in 2024, but it was definitely up there. So the Xpeng G6, first look. And that's everything, folks. I think one of the most comprehensive new EVs coming to the market 2025 list out there. If you think so too, make sure you like, you share, jump into the comments. Of all of those cars, don't like the Geelys. Oh, sorry, Byron, sorry to hear that. Yeah, obviously Volvo will be a part of that Geely platform. An Inster in the hand is worth more than 2 ID in the bush. Yeah, we know the Inster is there, ID.2. It's just vaporware at the moment. What do I think the BEV market share will be on this next year? I think by the end of the year, we are going to be at, you can hold me to it, 19% by the end of this year. Total market share. Great question. Thank you, Neil. Volvos were decent. They were. 2025 year will the best EV year ever. Yes, it will. I say that every year, just because I get excited about it. And well done, Derek. That was great. I missed the beginning. So it'll be up on the channel, Sharon, so you can just tune back in for the first couple of minutes. So once I stop live, it'll be on the channel, uploaded. But thank you very much. We've got a couple of minutes left, folks. If you're still there, and there's nearly 100 of you still there across all the different platforms, what one are you most excited about? I think there's something like 67 new EVs. Some facelifts in there. Matthew, apologies, I didn't put in the Eberlingo and the eSpace Tour updates. But which one are you most excited about? How many ICE cars have been launched in 2025, Sean? I don't know. Probably similar numbers, I'd say. Yeah, there probably would be similar kind of numbers because you still have PHEVs, which we didn't talk about tonight, and mild hybrids. And so, yeah, there's plenty out there. Forrest, Taft, you're very welcome. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Brilliant. I will do that. You're very welcome, Sharon. Great info as well. Paddy, you're very welcome. And thank you for commenting and jumping in at the end. It helps the algorithm. We've got a couple of minutes left, folks. What are we excited about in 2025? EV3, really intriguing for me. I might place an order with this month. Have you taken it for a test drive, Sean? What did you think? Yeah, it's a nice car. And then you got the Skoda Elroq as well. So there's a lot of nice stuff in that mid-size SUV place as well. EC3 is realistic. ID.3 GZA is important. Matthew, that boy racer will never get out of you. Still in your blood. I hope 2025 marks the return of physical buttons. I think with Euro NCAP and talk of all that, not everything being in the screen for the 5-star rating. I think, Dara, that might be the year for it. Anything mini, Laura. Nice. Some nice minis there, all right. Aceman, I think it's a sweet spot. Great show. PJ, thank you very much for tuning in and thank you very much for commenting. Great presentation, Derek. Thank you. I look forward to the EV3. Declan did. Nice. I think the MG3, Renault 5, and the ID.2. Nice. Will run away with sales new EV drivers. Currently, the ICE drivers are very curious. Yeah. Renault 4 is for me. Sharon, very good. As always, great power hour, Derek. Thank you, Alan. What is your prediction for bestseller in 2025? I think EV3 will be up there. Yeah. It's going to be hard to beat the Tesla, though. Model Y, the new Model Y is probably going to take a lot of market share. And so, yeah. Tavascan is what I'm looking forward to most. So interested in your upcoming video, Neil. Absolutely. Going to do a couple of videos on it because there's a lot about it. I've booked the test drive with the EV3 and Kona EV, but yeah, so EV3 might be the winner. Nice. Good man, Sean. CUPRA Tavascan. Elroq will be a great seller. Absolutely. Well done, Derek. There's Christopher. Good Kia dealership down in Mullingar. Can't wait for the EV5 and see how the EV3 sales. Great sale. Yeah, I saw that on LinkedIn, Christopher. And so Christopher's with Kia Mullingar and has pre-sales of 2025, 42% electric. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Well done. And a lot of dealers are kind of pulling back, but you really lent into it. So great to see it. Hyundai Cross, sleeper hit. Ooh. And somebody was telling me about Zeekr Mix and also the Dongfeng box. Random stuff. Thanks, Derek. Great show, great power. You're very welcome, Philip. Things will have changed dramatically once Hyundai cease ICE availability in Tucson. Yeah, there's a lot of people that like that shape and size, and they think they can't go electric, but yeah, you know, a lot of people could go electric. So thank you, Donald. Thanks a lot, Derek. Amazing stream. Thank you, Sean. What car will taxi drivers go for? A lot of them going for BYDs at the moment. And so, yeah, depending on what's best value and what they like the most, it's always a good sign. Inster is landing in dealers at the end of January. Fantastic to drive. Book a test drive before the price increases. Paddy. We say stuff like that. Is there an ID.2 date? There is not, Forrest. As soon as I hear, I will let you know. Good presentation. You're very welcome, Paul. You're very welcome, Paul. X-Wing will be a major competitor for Tesla. Absolutely. It's all about the price, Paul. Fair play, Derek. Super stuff. Patrick, we're just talking about X-Wing and the prices. Here in Oslo, many taxis are Neo. Yeah, looking forward to Neo. SU9 there that came out, or SU7, sorry, it's in Xiaomi. Neo ET9, sorry. Folks, we are gone over the hour. Thank you so much to everybody who's tuned in, who commented, who liked, who shared. If you're watching this afterwards, let me know where you're watching it from, what you're most excited about. And remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching. Happy New Year. Thank you for all your support in 2025. And I will see you very, very soon.